Workout started.
You got your watch going?
Yeah.
Good.
Auto pause. Workout resumed.
I'll
GPS
see if I
on.
can find that other little mushroom carved wood protuberance today. You okay? Your nose is running before your feet. Reminds you of that joke. Yeah. When you're young, your feet do the running and your nose does the smelling. And when you get old, your feet do the smelling and your nose does the running. I think this is the first time I've run here with my new shoes. Emily Carr.
What?
I was just saying Emily Carr. Was she English or was she Canadian?
Canadian. Born in Victoria.
She was born here, okay. I thought she might have been one of those imported.
No. She had 3 sisters.
She had 3 sisters, I didn't know that.
Average heart rate 135. Workout average pace 7 minutes 44 seconds per kilometer.
How does your ankle feel today? Too early to tell. I saw something yesterday which was kind of amusing. There was obviously a Muslim woman dressed with a hijab with a surgical mask on. It looked kind of incongruous because you would have normally expected her to be wearing some kind of veil.
Average heart rate 142. Workout average pace 7 minutes 30 seconds per kilometer.
This has got more water in it than it had before. I thought they were going to drain it. Mind you, they did put a dam. They put in some kind of plastic sheeting and sandbags. So this is the Ralston Trail leading to Rithet's Bog. And I'm looking for another wood carving that I saw the other day.
Average heart rate 142. Workout average pace 7 minutes 32 seconds per kilometer.
It's just along here somewhere on that side on a big Douglas fir. I must have missed it. Unless it's the next section. I get the two sections confused.
Average heart rate 152. Workout average pace 7 minutes 14 seconds per kilometer.
152 it said. 169? Yeah. Now you have a burning heel instep. This guy looks as if he might be turning. Oh, they're putting in another wall. You see how they painted the roots to make them stand out? I guess it's easier than building up the trail around them.
Average heart rate 132. Workout average pace 7 minutes 31 seconds per kilometer.
Yep, it was on this section where the wood carving was. I've already got a photograph of it, so we don't have to stop again. But I remember I was closing up on a couple of walkers and I decided to take a little break. There it is. See?
Average heart rate 133. Workout average pace 7 minutes 17 seconds per
Well, I
kilometer.
took a picture of it last week. I saw the women up there, so I thought, oh, step off a little bit. And I saw it. But as I say, I already have a picture of it.
No one. The guy by the park has one that says.
Yeah?
I do. Not been asking them, but next door to him.
The one with the big Saint Bernard dog? Yeah.
No, he used to have, he still has ceramic monkeys, but now,
That's right, that guy on the corner of Shenenberg
yeah,
by Lambrick Park.
he's got a little one like that, plus a ceramic one.
Yeah. So we're going to cross over Ralston Creek next. There's a little footbridge, so you'll hear the acoustic anomaly of that event.
Average heart rate 127. Workout average pace 7 minutes 23 seconds per kilometer.
What?
Much water here.
No, this is sometimes a raging torrent. You might see the women with the sneezing dogs. Hi. So not much to say today again. Kind of stuck here. I guess I could talk about my procedure. My
Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 7 minutes 21 seconds per kilometer.
my colonoscopy went well. Even the bowel flushing was pretty effortless. No big problem there. But what was that stuff I had to drink? Glycol? Propylene glycol. It's like what they have in antifreeze. Hello. And it just lined the inside of my gut to stop any reabsorption of liquid. So everything I drank just got flushed straight through the pipes. And I hadn't eaten for 24 hours. So there wasn't very much solid
Workout average
food.
pace 7 minutes 14 seconds per kilometer.
I thought that procedure was pretty well planned, especially for the timing. My last meal was what?
The day before.
Wednesday night, that's right. I woke up Thursday morning,
Liquids only.
clear liquids only, no food, obviously. And then
Slug.
3 o'clock that afternoon, I started drinking 2 liters of that potion, propylene glycol. And
And
then
the next morning, the last
another
3
2 liters, yeah. And that pretty much cleaned me out. The nurses were pretty good. Couldn't help but notice how young they all looked. Anybody over 30 looked ancient compared with the crew there. This is where we might see the black cat. Now, maybe the next hill that we have to do, the black cat, the black panther. What, your heart was up again?
82.
Well, I haven't run since John in Sydney.
Oh, we're at 7:43.
Yeah, it's a pretty swift. I had us down for 8:30 today. 8 minutes 30 per kilometer is reasonable. Yeah, this is the hill where we quite often see a black cat. One of my friends in England has a podcast, Maggie Cooper, and she was talking about this week, or maybe it was last week, she was talking about high intensity interval training on a bike to improve one's running. I was saying that a friend of mine in England was talking about high intensity interval training, a study done in Australia with a group of athletes, middle of the road athletes. Half of them were told to do high intensity runs followed by nothing, and the others were told to do high intensity runs followed by high intensity cycling. And the ones that did the cycling, their CO2 max improved. I think that's how it went. So you can get a benefit for running.
People who only do the high intensity cycling.
And not the combo.
Yeah, you can do the combo, but what you want to know is height running versus height cycling.
I see what you mean. Hello. But her main argument was that it was a flawed study because it was like comparing apples and oranges. She said there wasn't enough data to justify their argument. Anyway, you'll have to listen to that episode.
Is 2 cycles of height running. If
Two
you're going to do, you should do single, and then double, and then mixture.
Sounds like
in order
you've
to really explore what's going on.
probably been reading the same papers. This woman is a
No, it's
scientist.
The whole thing started in McMaster in Canada. So
Okay.
lots of work done here.
But what she was saying was that even though she is a scientist, she's not a sports medicine scientist or anything like that.
Yeah,
But
you
she
should
was
know.
studying the validity of the tests.
I know, but
as a scientist.
The design of the experiment was incorrect.
That's what she said. Exactly what she said. Interesting but inconclusive, because the study was flawed. Yeah, garbage in, garbage out. And it also depends on your goals. If you want to improve your running or if you want to improve your overall fitness.
Average heart rate 123. Workout average pace 7 minutes 34 seconds per kilometer.
So my heart's back down to normal numbers, like 123. You see, that initial first kilometer.
Getting adrenaline going.
Yeah. I would say that's when you're catching your breath, trying to catch your breath. Once you're in that zone, it's easy for the next little while. Or relatively easier on your heart, because you're already warmed up. I don't normally start running on an uphill, but this is such a short burst. And because I haven't run since Wednesday, my running muscles are in good shape. Here comes another runner.
Average heart rate
Hi.
129. Workout average pace 7 minutes 39 seconds per kilometer.
I have my good camera today, so there's potentially a nice shot of the dew on the grass, but I've already done that. Yeah. Well, that's my life, isn't it? It's just a repeating loop. The ever-repeating loop. Groundhog Day, yeah. Well, that could be this title and subtitle of today's exciting episode. We're taking these sporadic walk breaks because we know what's ahead. It's going to get warmer on the other side.
Average heart rate 127. Workout average pace 7 minutes 45 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah, we're still under 8, which is good. Even with the slightly lengthened walk breaks. They're pace control breaks, where really just keeping it comfortable. I really don't understand what this outside the comfort zone training is just guaranteed to eventually fail. You cannot keep improving. You have to decide when you have reached a goal. Not the ultimate, but a goal. And then decide if you want to stay there, in that zone.
Average heart rate 132. Workout average pace 7 minutes 41 seconds per kilometer.
Even though I mentioned it only a few seconds ago, I've already forgotten what the title is, but it'll come back to me. Now, this is the warm section. No. But I'm saying this will be a better time to take a photograph because the sun's behind us.
Yeah, but there's nothing to photograph.
Not really. Unless I waited for that bird to go into the birdhouse. But I don't do that. My friend Dan in Oregon, he does that. He goes out specifically to take photographs. I go out to run and I take photographs. That's the difference. If everything else craps out of me, I will still run. The run is the reason, the raison d'etre, the reason of being is to run. You won't improve, but you will be able to maintain a level of fitness which is desirable. This is the noisy section, which on Sunday won't be too noisy. Norma's dropping back again. You can go behind that building, that housing estate, and not today, no, but you can get to the tunnel without having to go all the way to Royal Oak, turning up and doubling back. Yeah, it's just for pedestrians, but you can walk through the back of it.
And you have to walk your bike, right?
No, if you're on a bike you could go.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's basically where the residents park, beside the condos.
Oh, I went through the tunnel.
You can, well, I've ridden through the tunnel on my bike, but there is a barrier that you have to negotiate. So even though this is the hottest section, it's not too bad because the sun is slightly behind us. Hello. Hi.
Average heart rate 127. Workout average pace 7 minutes 44 seconds per kilometer.
So we haven't seen any of our usual suspects today yet. But we'll see. You never know with the bog who you're going to see. I'm basically running until I get too far ahead, and then I'm walking. What? Those houses?
Oh, those little...
The bird houses?
The gate posts look like beehives.
Oh, yeah. Quite a full.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. Those ones. I thought you meant those wooden ones.
No. Here.
Yeah. This is the building that burnt down. Just before they were going to finish off the siding, the framing went up in flames. Suspicious. Anyway, they managed to get rid of the smell of burnt wood. They did a whole bunch of reframing again. And I had a client in there shortly after they let all the units. But it is a prime spot for retirees. Beautiful, really nice. The whole place is carpeted. A bit like your mother's place, but private condos, not... There was no front desk. Well, actually there was a security desk. To get in, you had to get buzzed in, either by a client or by the guy on the front desk, the porter. But the guy I was visiting there used to have a bakery in White Rock, and I said, "Where's White Rock?" He says, "It's about as far as you can go before you hit the States." White Rock is very near Blaine, Washington. What was that?
I've been to the White Rock a couple of times.
Yeah, I know. And I think that originally there was a big white rock on the beach that the natives...
It still is.
It's still there? Good. Because it's too big to remove.
Would you want to remove it if it's
It's the feature, that's right. It's a geological feature on the beach, a big white rock. But that is about 20 miles from downtown Vancouver. heading towards the Peace Arch at Blaine in Washington. Next time I stop,
Average heart rate 117. Workout average pace 7 minutes 50 seconds per kilometer.
next time I stop, I will take a few pictures and catch up with Norma later. I'm just going to take a few pictures here where it's shady, and I'll catch up with you on the road there. All right, back the way we came. Up ahead. I'm not sure why that was flashing red for me, so I took it again. And then there's this little sun bursting through the glade.
Workout resumed.
Picture, photograph. Kind of into the sun, but sometimes you get some good lighting effects when you're sort of angled slightly at the sun and the sun is coming through the leaves. Gives you the dappled effect. We're up to what, 26, so another 10 minutes and we're done. Now I have to catch up with Norma. She is walking up ahead. She has a procedure going on, tomorrow. She's going to have an MRI of her ankle, see if there is any soft tissue damage there. Nothing that shows on an x-ray. So she's finally got a slot.
Average heart rate 127. Workout average pace 7 minutes 50 seconds per kilometer.
She can actually have the procedure because they've had a long waiting list to get through. They're working round the clock with the MRI team. There's the runner again. Hello again. There's a guy up ahead with 2 dogs. 3, 4. 2 guys, 2 people. 4 dogs.
Average heart rate 137. Workout average pace 7 minutes 45 seconds per kilometer.
Hello. I thought she was going to pick blackberries, but she was picking up after her dog. Not to get the bags confused. But most of the dog poop ends up in the nearest trash can. A lot of the dog owners choose where they're going to pick up for their dogs. We're in the green tunnel now, cooling off. Whew. Certainly makes a difference when we're in the green tunnel.
Average heart rate 141. Workout average pace 7 minutes 45 seconds per kilometer.
Still doing pretty good for time.
What?
7:45, she said, overall, for the whole outing.
Oh, that's different.
Yep,
This is 8:05.
yep. Soon to be 10:05, soon to be 12:05. Well, because it keeps calculating your average.
I'm doing just the run.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, just the run. This is the stats that I'm getting now is just from the run. Since the beginning of our run.
Yeah, mine says 8.
Yeah. Hello.
Again.
Yep.
Happy birthday, 14.
Oh, I can't really explain without starting an argument. I'll wait and...
It's not an argument. It's just I have this only on the run.
Yes, I have this only on the run too. I stopped the e-bike from the beginning of the run.
Average heart rate 118. Workout average pace 7 minutes 51 seconds per kilometer.
7:51. I work out average pace for the run.
Because you're including the run.
No, I'm not. I told you.
Well, you said I started it from the...
Beginning of the run. Anyway, I'm off.
You're the one that stopped, so you need to do it to be longer.
Yeah, mine does auto pause. She's in a bit of an argumentative mood today, so I really don't want to provoke her. It is all about the run. Let's face it. Another one of my traditional hikes.
Average heart rate 118. Workout average pace 7 minutes 50 seconds per kilometer.
You caught your foot. Hello. Hi. Hello.
I just thank you.
She wasn't going to give way. What?
What's wrong with these people? They don't understand it's not single file.
Yeah, just while we're crossing. That's what I was trying to suggest. Anyway, we're not through it yet. And with that attitude, it will take longer for us to get through it.
Average heart rate 100.
I heard about that, yeah. The beach party or something on Toronto, Lake Ontario. 100 people with DJ and lights and amplified music and the whole disco thing going, like a rave. Yeah. The music doesn't do it, but it makes them congregate where the acoustics are best. Anyway, we've got a bit of a steep uphill now, and then we'll get to Emily Carr again, and then we're almost done. And as for the recording, she's going fine at 33 minutes. So that'll take us back to Emily Carr. And then I'll say bye-bye to the world, well, to the listening audience.
Average heart rate 116. Workout average pace 8 minutes 1 second per kilometer.
8 minutes 1 second. And we're just about through the slowest part now. Not too much slow stuff left. So we'll be ahead of the 8.5 minute pace. Just, as I say, it's mainly running from here on in. Yeah. Your high intensity. Yeah, I noticed that. They're traditional hikes for me and they're traditional hits for you. That means that I'm ready to run sooner when we get to the top. Because she's just put in her maximum effort. And I haven't. But that's because
Average heart rate 126. Workout average pace 8 minutes 3 seconds per kilometer.
we have different goals and different strengths. Hers are more anaerobic in nature. Mine are definitely aerobic. My plan is to run as steady as possible for as long as possible, in every sense of the phrase. So, about a minute to go. Past the painted routes crossing Shadywood, heading towards Pondwood.
Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 8 minutes per kilometer.
Yep. 8-minute pace. Time for another photograph. If I'm quick, I'll catch Norma in it.
Auto pause.
Auto pause.
Workout resumed.
If you had some German glove product, like mitts, that you were trying to export as a product for Germany, you could call them auto pause, as in their pause.
But pause isn't the word in German.
No. It's probably alto. Halt.
Manos or something, like not.
Oh, you mean P-A-W, pause,
Is not.
not P-A-U-S-E. Auto pause. Yeah, I was trying to make a pun on the word pause. No. She is very
Average heart rate
correct.
126. Workout average pace 8 minutes 3 seconds per kilometer.
With that, I will say bye-bye from the Sunday episode. I will catch the title when I get home. But it will be something to do with ever-repeating loops and the Groundhog Day. My whole life is an ever-repeating loop. Bye-bye.